Recently, I've had a burning question on my mind. It's something that I haven't been able to let go of for quite a while. Why is it so hard to eat nowadays? I'm gonna be real. Brands for foods, restaurants, drinks, you name it, often make the most ridiculous decisions in all of mankind, and they upset me a lot more than they should. I'm gonna start off with one that doesn't even really count. I was having a conversation with somebody about gas stations, so I went to look up popular gas stations. And one of the first results that came up was a gas station called Come and Go. Come, of course, spelled K-U-M. Who thought in their right minds that that was a good idea with a restaurant? They really let that get by without any eyebrow raises? And even if it was spelled normally, like come and go, it just feels threatening. It's so incredibly vague to a point where it's just scary. Speaking of terrifyingly vague, let's talk Arby's. We have the meats? What do you mean the meats, man? They never specify the kind of things they have. They don't say we have the roast beef or we have the chicken. And to be quite frank, it doesn't taste like roast beef or chicken either. It's almost terrifying when companies make decisions like that. Like Heart Attack Grill. Heart Attack Grill is a restaurant in Las Vegas, also known as Dystopia. This restaurant is kind of insane. Their entire mantra is kind of selling these dangerously unhealthy foods that, if you consumed frequently, would increase the risk of heart attack. There is a lot to unpack here. On top of that, they have 19,900 calorie burgers. And, you know, I was looking at some of the reviews for this, but one of the craziest reviews I found was somebody saying that this gimmick is stupid, that the whole restaurant is awful, and the owner replied saying, "Seek competent psychiatric help. Do it for your family." What? It actually gets kind of insane, but these are oddly specific instances. I mean, like, how often are you going to find restaurants like these? Well, make no mistake, they decided to fix that problem too. This is just a broad rule, and I'm going to put this out there right now. I always have to go to a restroom before I eat. Wash my hands, it's more sanitary, and sometimes I'll be out on the streets looking for a place to go for a restroom. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a restaurant only for them to tell me that the bathrooms are for customers only. That's absurd. It's a restroom. I've walked into places that have been completely empty. Customers only. You have no customers, man. It just feels like an insane thing that all restaurants should have, as well as sandwiches, right? Sandwiches come in a lot of variety, but when you go and get a chicken sandwich, you pull it out and there's no top bun in there. How do you mess that up? That is something that happened to me and still baffles me to this day. That was 3 years ago. I open the bag, I pull out the sandwich. It's only a bottom bun and a chicken patty. I look in the bag that the chicken sandwich came in, and there it is. The chicken bun rolled up like a scroll. They wanted me to add the buns to my Quest menu. It's actually insane how restaurants really can surprise you. Recently, I saw a video of Mr. Beast promoting a meal with a restaurant called Zaxby's, and kind of looking at this restaurant's menu, it doesn't look like he has anything in common with anything he's ever done. It seems to be like a much smaller restaurant, and I looked at the meal, and it's actually a massive amount of food. I don't even think I could eat all of that. And of course, he throws in a Feastables too. Some of these collabs are like the strangest things you'll ever see. You'll get McDonald's alongside with BTS. You'll get Burger King along with One Piece. I think I also saw another one with like Old Spice. I don't even remember what it was. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? It's Arby's. Of course it's Arby's. As a content creator, whenever you're induced into this business, you always automatically know the 3 major threats that come to you. TikTokers, AI, and animal mascots. 2020 was an especially crazy time for this, because not only did you have Burger King donating to Twitch streamers for the minimum amount, just promoting their food, you also had Chuck E. Cheese live streaming. Poggers! This is especially insane to me because this was in like May of 2020, aka the time where Chuck E. Cheese, an arcade, would be completely closed and abandoned. Like, it just feels so unnecessary. Kind of like a lot of the soda flavors that have been released recently. We have some Peeps Pepsi. We have some Space Coca-Cola. We have S'mores Pepsi, where each one is a different flavor. We got Maple Syrup Pepsi, Blue Pepsi, Apple Pie Pepsi. Oh my lord, why is it all Pepsi? It's actually insane. Pepsi has already been on the decline for so long. They also own Gatorade, which is losing to Prime now. I have never heard a single good thing about Prime. I've never tried it, but it must take a lot to lose to a drink that's made by YouTubers, which is kind of crazy how YouTubers have been taken a lot more seriously across the years. Mr. Beast, alongside his Zaxby's collab, has his own restaurant, Mr. Beast Burger, that he sued for revolting food. Also, I have no idea if this is still going on, but Five Nights at Freddy's was also apparently getting their own, like, ghost kitchen, which is basically like another restaurant making their food and then door dashing it to people, branded as Five Nights at Freddy's food. Another thing that I don't know if still going on is whether or not KFC still had that video game console coming out. I don't know if that was canceled or not, but why would that be a good idea? Nintendo releases a new Direct, and let's be honest, it's gonna be 12 new anime games we've never heard of, as well as a new Mario reboot. Why do you think they would add that to the KF console? Back to the topic of drinks, we also had Panera adding way too much caffeine into their lemonades. Their charged lemonades had 260 milligrams for the small and 390 milligrams in the large. That is 10 milligrams under the daily maximum recommended from the FDA. Yeah, that didn't last long. Fanta also created a mystery flavor. When it was released, it was actually found out to be grapefruit. And you know, that's a lot of fun. And then Pop-Tarts came in. Pop-Tarts, a breakfast pastry, you'd expect something sweet. And instead, people found onion and garlic in it. I couldn't actually find what the revealed flavor had to be, but I saw a lot of people saying it was everything bagel. Pop-Tarts is usually so sweet. Why would anybody in their right minds eat an everything bagel Pop-Tart? It just feels like they're stepping into a game they really shouldn't be playing. Speaking of games they really shouldn't be playing, Burger King kind of did that too when they stepped into the chicken wars, promoting this Chiking. It was a revolutionary idea, a chicken sandwich with an awful name that lost them $400 million. And still to this day, they keep changing their chicken sandwich on their menu. I don't even want to step into a Burger King, but hey, they're trying to make themselves known out here. I don't even know much about the chicken sandwich wars. It says there's Wendy's, Zaxby's, Burger King, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and KFC. And Arby's. Arby's, the people who have the meats. That's insane. Oh no, I get it now. That's awesome. That's incredible. I'm gonna be real. I don't understand a lot about marketing, but I just feel like these are no-brainers. But who knows? Maybe so are the people at the top. Honestly, I know I've been complaining a lot today. I had to get this off my chest because the BTS and McDonald's collab just feels wrong.